Well, hello everyone. Um, well, this is something I've been thinking about doing for quite a while, and I figured I might as well start doing it now. It's all part of my healing process, and I get this way around the holidays, and I'm tired of feeling this way between the holidays, feeling depressed and anger, frustration, everything else that I'm feeling. So, it goes way back to how my dad, my mom, how differently they raised me, and I know that things would have been different, but the end result is I've come out above everything else. My mom, my dad, my mom was young when she had me. She wasn't ready to be a mom. And so my mom and my dad split up. My dad had custody of me, which is really rare back in the late 70s, early 80s that dads got custody of their daughters, especially when they didn't have custody of their other children. Their ex-wife did. Um, my older siblings are half siblings. And so it was rare. But my dad got custody of me, and I remember my dad had this peacock feather thing on the wall of his house, his living room. I remember my dad making me tomato soup one day, and I pretend to cook it on my stove, my little place stove that I'd gotten that day from some neighborhood garage sale. I remember washing my cat in the toilet and flushing the toilet to rinse the cat off. Yeah, cat didn't like that. Cat drowned because of that. Um, But I didn't know that I couldn't wash the cat in the toilet because I was only 4 at the time. And so, and then I remember my dad being hooked up to machines, equipment. And watched him slowly die. And next thing I know, I'm living in some stranger's house. Next thing I know, I'm living with my mom. And all of a sudden, I got a little brother that I didn't know about, that I don't remember. And all of a sudden, here I am, big sister. No longer little sister, I'm the big sister now. And that's when the torture started. After mom moved me from Florida all the way back up to Wisconsin. And so, and that's when the tour, yeah. We stayed with my grandfather, me, my mom, my stepdad, my brother. Stayed with my grandfather for a little while till he died. And next thing I know, we moved again. And we were living in this little hunting shack. No power, no electricity. Um, no indoor toilets. Nothing. I thought it was pretty much normal. That's normal for me. You know. Uh, it's normal for me. Oh, I gotta poop. Well, it's winter time, but alright. Gotta poop in the bucket in my bedroom. Well, mine and my brother's room that we shared. And then during the day, it was poop outside in our house. And gotta chop wood. We need wood. We need heat. Gotta help chop wood. And so, well, help haul wood in the house and help hang up clothes in the wintertime outside and bring them inside and hang up inside. And let them thaw out and let them dry. And then we finally got electricity, which was nice because we could listen to the radio. And then we started building a house, a log cabin. That's when my mom found out she was pregnant again. and she had my little sister. And that's when the abuse started happening. After my little sister was born, according to her dad, he didn't father any girls. He only fathered boys. He had two boys from a previous relationship. He had a boy with my mom. And so he keeps my mom like cheating on him with somebody else. That's how she got a girl. And that's when he started abusing me, abusing my mom, abusing my sister, yanking pillow off underneath my sister's head, almost banging her head on the wall, shoving hot pizza in her face, shoving my mom out the window while my mom's trying to hand her off to me. I almost slamming my sister's face in the door. Punching me over one missed sock on my bedroom floor that I messed up on. Me and my brother were sharing a room until we found out what mom was having, and my side of the room was clean except for one missed sock underneath my bed. And he punched me for that, right in my face. You know, I just never knew what day I was gonna come home from work. He's come home really drunk or just drunk. 'Cause he'd come home when he was really drunk and he would really beat the crap out of my mom. Threatened to throw me out in the woods. Threatened to drop me off at some institution. He'd tell me the suitcases underneath the stairs were mine. And any day they can be packed and I can be sent off. I I wasn't happy about that. Not at all. Um, I I remember one time I called the cops on him. I made the long hike down our driveway. It must have been a mile long. And I called the cops on him for beating up my mom. And my mom denied it. And so he didn't get arrested. And I was called cold hearted bitch. And, you know, just a little girl. And I'm being told I'm a cold hearted bitch. because I called the cops on him. And that proved to me that he could do whatever he wanted. And so I don't remember much Christmases growing up, or we never celebrated Halloween. Um, I don't remember Christmases. Um, we never celebrated Easter. We didn't do Easter egg hunts or anything like that. Because we lived out in the country, and except Dad was happy having us out there in the country with nobody around. Especially during the colder months. There's a couple other vacation cabins that were around us, but people weren't there. They weren't there all the time. They were there part of the year during summer, and that's it. You know, I grew up around guns, shooting 22s, and watching out for snakes, and going fishing, and fishing was fun. But then fishing was required for us to eat. Hunting rabbits were required of us to eat. Hunting squirrels, small birds, big birds, deer. We were required to do that because otherwise we'd go hungry. I, I, Mom would have a garden. And we'd raid her garden every day before school. Me and my brother would. We'd raid her garden. Get up early in the morning, head out the door, and stop by Mom's garden and raid that on our way to school, and stand there at the bus stop by ourselves at the end of the highway, up by the highway, and stand there waiting for our bus to come. I remember one year there was this one kid, this one girl, she slapped my brother so many times in the face. So many times she slapped him. And I tell the bus driver that this little girl slapping my little brother in the face. But he won't touch her. He will not touch her. And bus driver's he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I haven't seen her do it. I haven't caught her doing it. So until I see her actually doing it, I can't do nothing about it. Well, that year I finally had enough. Last day of school. So I'm getting off the bus. Little girl sitting right there in the front seat. I stopped and I smacked her right across her face. Shocked the hell out of her. Shocked the hell out of her older cousin. And her older cousin's like, I'm coming after you this summer. I'm coming after you. I'm like, okay. I walked off the bus. Bus driver didn't stop me. He wasn't worried about it. And he knew I tried. He knew I resisted. I resisted all year from smacking that little girl. But finally did it. And so that's the first time I stood up without someone telling me I need to stand up for myself or stand up for somebody else. Because I remember time before that, when we were building the house, that the same kid, his parents had come up to their cabin for the summer, and their son came over to play with us. And one day he decided to wreak havoc on me. Well, he clawed me. He dug his nails right into my shoulder and everything else. And I went crying to my mom, my stepdad. I said, "Oh, Peter, 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 me." My stepdad goes, "You go back out there and you grab him right by his shirt and you punch him right in the face." Yeah, I did. I punched him. I bloodied up both his lips. Yep. He went crying home to mom. Mom came up with him and came back, and she's like, "Look what your daughter did to my son." And mom grabbed my arm and she yanked me around. She goes, "Look what your son did to my daughter first." Made him apologize. Yep. That's the first time I stuck up for myself. After I was told how to do it. I remember third, fourth grade, somewhere around there, at school. We just had a Valentine's party that day. And I was standing outside on the playground, standing on this little patch of ice, skating. My little shoes on. And this other boy came up and he's like, move. He's like, my turn. I'm like, no, it's mine. I'm here first. And he goes, no, it's my spot now. He's like, you gotta move. I'm like, no. I told him, make me. Oh yeah, he made me all right. He shoved me down. I went face first in the ice, chipped the tooth. Oh yeah. My stepdad was not happy with me about that because he had to leave work to come get me at school and take me to the dentist, an emergency visit, to get my tooth fixed. Oh yeah. Yeah, he wasn't happy about that. I got my butt beat for that one too. Because then he couldn't go after work to go drinking. Because he was already at home with me. So, I remember one time at school, yeah, like, yeah, your dad's coming to pick you up. I'm like, my dad? Like, yeah, your dad. I'm like, my dad's dead. Like, huh? Yeah. Like, my dad's dead. I'm like, you mean my stepdad? And they go, yeah, your stepdad then. Yeah. So I never saw him as my dad, no matter how much he wanted me to. And he demanded I call him sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. And I did, because otherwise I'd get my butt beat if I didn't. I remember another time where my room was a disaster. This is after my sister was born, and I got the bigger room because eventually she was going to be sharing the room with me. And so I remember my room being a disaster, clothes everywhere, toys everywhere. And I refused to clean it up that day. And my stepdad came upstairs and I hid underneath my bed. And my stepdad sat down on my bed and he screamed bloody murder at me to come out. And I refused to come out because I knew what was going to happen. And it happened anyway. He pulled me out by my hair. Yep, he did. Pulled me out by my hair and beat my ass. He beat it good. Well, eventually, my mom and him finally got divorced. They separated and they got divorced. And my mom got to keep the house because it was originally hers anyway. She inherited the house. She inherited the land. And so, well, I got to keep the house and kept the land. And stepdad moved out, moved into town where he could drink more easily. He worked, of course, but then he'd drink it. He'd drink all his money away anyway. And he'd get visitation rights, and here my mom would make me go with. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to go with. Oh, he's not my dad. Like, he's Bob and Jen's dad. He's not my dad. And she's like, well, you got to go anyway. Like, well, I don't want to go. Nope, I still had to go visit with him anyway. I didn't like that at all. I really didn't. Mm. No, that's me stepping away from the alcohol, from the abuse. I don't want to be around it anymore. And then my mom met Steve. Uh, and she ended up marrying him, third husband. First she married my dad, got divorced from him. married Lewis, and she got divorced with him. And here she goes and marries Steve. Steve had a son and daughter that he was like raising or whatever, but his daughter's same age as me. Son a little bit older. He's a couple of years older. And then my mom would go up for the weekend with her husband, and they'd go back to the log cabin house and party up there while Steve's two kids would party up at our house. And that's when I got introduced to weed, marijuana at the time. And that's when I found out my mom smoked weed. So, but I remember back when I was in 8th grade, 7th or 8th, I would say beginning of 8th grade, I want to say. But I gotten raped on one of these party nights. And I accused my stepbrother, my future stepbrother, about it. This is before my mom and his dad got married. And I finally confessed about it a couple months later, and because it was bugging me so bad. I was so scared every time. So, of course, everybody at school found out about it. Everybody on the bus found out about it easily because they all knew him. And the next couple of years were torture for me. In between kids not knowing what to do, what not to say, what to say. That's in the next couple of years. Just kind of wandering. There was a restraining order that was put out against him. And so he wasn't allowed, so many feet within me. And I remember one day he got on the school bus. He got on my school bus. He was not supposed to be on my school bus at all. He rode on my school bus, and I just about had it cow. I got off the bus and ran home, and I told my mom what happened, and she automatically called the cops on him. She's like, he's not supposed to be on the bus. I'm like, I know. Oh. And that was the end of that. After that, he finally up and moved pretty far away, so I didn't have to worry about him no more. And you know, and then next thing you know, my stepsister, she ups and moves, and she up and moves out. Next thing you know, it's me, my brother, my sister, and I remember one time my little sister, she went up to our stepdad and knocked his hat right off his head. She typically did. And he went after her very angrily. My mom grabbed her up and he went after both them. I went after him. I jumped on his back. I hung on to him till he knocked me down off his back. Then he came after me. And I scrambled my way into the living room. Grabbed the first thing I could grab and hit him right in the face with it. My little sister's tennis shoe. He had a black and blue mark of a tennis shoe on his face for a while there. But he didn't dare touch my mom or my sister in front of me ever again. He didn't dare. My brother finally moved out and moved in with his dad. I go I go with my mom, drop my sister off to her dad's house, and see my brother for a little bit, and head on back home. By the time I was 17, I had pretty much gotten over the rape and had moved on with my life and decided nobody at school needed to be my friends, really. Everybody at school that did talk to me was just talking to me just to be nice. That's what I figured. Otherwise, they weren't really, honestly, truly friends with me at all. So from 17 to 18, I partied up. I drank every weekend. I get high. Every Friday, Saturday night, I partied up. And then my mom told me about a disability check that I'd start getting when I turned 18. As long as I stayed in school. And she said it'll be coming to my name. And I'm like, yay. So I said, I had enough partying. Time to grow up and move out on my own. which is something I did. I was 18, moved out on my own, finished up high school. Oh, yeah, I was all set to go. And I didn't finish up high school. Not quite. I didn't quite yet finish up high school on time. Half a year later, but I finished it. And I got my high school diploma. I was the first one. My mom never got her high school diploma. My little brother, my little sister, they never got theirs, but I got mine. And I was thankful for that. I, you know, growing up with an alcoholic mom and drug addict mom, alcoholic dad, the abusive powers, abuse. I I didn't know what I was going through in my mind actually all those years. And trying to figure out what was so different between me, my brother, and my sister. Growing up all those years and trying to figure out why was my mom so hard on me? Why was she so hard? I couldn't swear. I couldn't smoke a cigarette. I couldn't do nothing in front of her. Me and my brother could swear. He could smoke. My sister could swear. She could smoke. They drink alcohol. I couldn't do any of that. Here, I was expected to be taking care of them, taking care of my brother and my sister, and babysitting to earn money on the side. I babysit, you know, kids that my mom worked with, that my mom worked with their moms, at the Cranberry Marsh. I take turn babysitting kids from there, and I had dragged my little sister along with me. Every babysitting gig I had drag her with. And every time I babysit kids at my house, at our house, I still had my chores to do. I still had their laundry to do, my mom's laundry, my sister's laundry, my stepdad's laundry, my laundry to do, plus dishes to do, plus cooking dinners. I still had all that to do on top of doing my schoolwork. And I did it. I did it anyway. Um, I you know, I, I watched friends, lost a friend in high school to suicide. And if I would have known better, I would have declared myself suicidal all the time too, because I didn't know what was going through my mind. I really didn't. I just did everything I had to do to survive and live. Uh, I think for now, this part of my life is, I'm beyond that point now. And my emotional roll went down further. It really went down. It got worse as I got older. And so, I don't know. I just did what I had to do. But I know growing up that I did not want that kind of life. I did not want to be in that abusive relationship. I did not want to be an alcoholic. I didn't want to be a drug addict. I didn't want to be married to one. That's what it taught me. That's what my childhood taught me. It taught me what I didn't want to be. It taught me how I didn't want my life growing up. And now that's what I've got. I've got it now. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't. But I'll talk more about my emotional downhill toll after that. Another night. Here's going on. It's going to be going on 2 a.m. here soon. And never I talked about my first 18 years of my life, basically. My aunt asked me, I was like, oh yeah, don't you remember doing this for Christmas, doing this for Easter, doing this for Halloween? I'll look at her, I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't do any of that. No, I didn't celebrate Halloween. No, we didn't celebrate Christmas. Since I remember. So, you know, I didn't have it easy growing up. Not the first 18 years of my life, I did not have it easy. My stepdad was okay with me practicing driving with the car, but when it came to my road test, he absolutely refused to let me take the car to do my road test with. So I depend upon my mom and him to get me wherever I need to go. My mom wanted me to go to prom. I told her, heck no, I don't want to go prom. I'm like, Mom, why spend $400 or $500 on a dress? I'm gonna wear once. Go to a place that I'm not gonna have any fun. Like, give me $40 and I'll go to the roller rink instead. I'll have fun at the roller rink instead. How about that? I'm like, I don't want to go to prom. Nope. I didn't. Never went to prom. Went to one high school dance. Didn't go to another one. Nope. Nope. I mean, that's how it was. I was a loner in high school. I really was. And I just couldn't believe how much I've changed in the years since. I can't believe that. Well, it looks like I better get off here soon and get some sleep before kids start waking up in a few hours and start demanding mom's attention. All right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.